is ABC 7 News at 6:30.
Budget troubles and layoffs mean services in many Bay Area cities have been cut to the bone.
So when we found out that one major city is still hiring managers while workers and programs are being slashed, we needed to know why.
And our Dan Noyes is here now with an ABC 7 News I-Team investigation.
You know, Dan and Carolyn, this is an issue of accountability and whether your tax dollars are being spent in your best interest. The I-Team looked at how many new executives are joining the San Francisco payroll while pink slips go out to city rank and file. That money has to come from somewhere, and in this case it means many people who depend on city programs will have to do without. While city employees at the bottom fight for their jobs in this tough economy.
What about the people? Are you guys listening to them whatsoever? This is all about money.
Life at the top is very good. The number of managers in San Francisco city government continues to grow. They're up almost 20% since 2005. 54 new executives hired in just the past year.
I have concern overall across the whole city about the increase in management disproportionately over frontline staff, and that'll be something I'll look at in the budget.
The Comptroller's Office crunched the numbers for the Board of Supervisors but never released the study to the public. But here's the 5-year snapshot. 48 new executives at Muni, 34 public utilities, 34 joined the Human Services Agency. And we're taking a close look at the Recreation and Parks Department. They've taken on 18 new managers, most making $100,000 or more.
I have 6 other managers managing me, and what do they do? I don't know.
Jean Alexander has taught this Tiny Tots class at the Excelsior Playground for 13 years, but she got a pink slip in February. In fact, every single assistant rec director on the front lines, like Alexander, are being let go. That's 72 people, many of whom have been filling town hall discussions and city hall budget meetings.
You guys are cutting down these recreation centers, and you got to look at the kids that's behind me, because these are who they label gangbangers, even though they're not gangbangers, they're family. You know, and they label them gangbangers, and they don't have nowhere to go. That's the only safe haven that they have.
The rec department doesn't want to discuss just how many neighborhood programs will have to be shut down when the staff leaves. Dennis Kern is the director of operations.
We've got a Rec and Park list of cuts that shows 313 canceled classes as of May 1st. Does that sound about right?
That doesn't sound right. I'm not quite sure where you got that figure.
This internal document obtained from a source gives a good picture. It is over 300 classes, many of the cuts falling on neighborhoods that depend on the programs most. Ruben Nunez attended the same Tiny Tots class in the Outer Mission 40 years ago. Now he brings his son.
Coming here, it's big to me, it's big to my family and the community.
James Ross is worried about his Bayview swim team, a model program that's making a difference.
We're the first nationally recognized swim team in the Bayview. We became that 2 years ago. That means a lot because we've made a change in history.
And with no staff around, Supervisor John Avalos says rec properties like the Excelsior Playground will be easy targets for crime.
We need to have all eyes on that facility all the time. If we don't have really strong programming there, it deteriorates rapidly, and we don't have the kind of services that families need.
Obviously, you cannot have the cuts that we are having and ask the services to remain the same.
Interim Director of Rec and Park, Jared Blumenfeld, defends the staff in program cuts, saying he's also losing 5 unfilled manager positions.
I felt it was not equitable or fair to even look at staff line positions until we made some cuts.
The one manager who's actually losing her job happens to have filed a harassment complaint against the department. The few cuts to Rec and Park managers are no consolation for the dozens of longtime staffers losing their jobs, like Rajan Alexander. We were there for her Tiny Tots Picture Day. One last chance for the kids to socialize before the class is shut down. Well, there's one other point to consider. With these cuts leading to fewer programs citywide and more kids on the street, Public Defender Jeff Adachi expects to see an increase in his caseload. And that's why he's refusing the mayor's demand that all departments cut their budgets by 25%.
Is there waste in city government? Are there other ways that this budget crisis could be met? I would bet there are. I don't think that to say to every department, take a 25% cut is good policy.
We're posting many of the documents that we obtained for this investigation on our website, including the department's top salaries in a new I-Team blog at abc7news.com. Dan, Carolyn.
All right, thank you.